Hey everybody, and welcome to part 4. Now today we're going to talk a bit about spending money, and preferably not spending too much money, managing our finances. We're going to expand, possibly add some cells, get some research done, and maybe... oh yeah, our solitary rooms, we want to increase those as well. Excellent. Now as always, when we just load up our save, there's a few things we want to do. We want to do the pre-play check, because remember, it's still an alpha build and things can go wrong. So let's make sure all our fences are good and locked off. Nobody can escape. Let's make sure we don't need this one here. Don't know why that's there. So let's get that dismantled. Let's set these two to staff only. Let's see, is everything okay? This one seems open, doesn't have to be, so let's set it to staff only. Don't want anybody getting anywhere. Excellent. So, looks like we're all closed off now, and they shouldn't be able to escape. Now, I'm going to add some fences here on the edges, just in case, because remember, sometimes they'll still use those staff-only doors. It's no guarantee for safety. Excellent. Okay, now let's make sure, before we start, that all of our room designations are okay, and then we can continue. Storage, holding cell, canteen, that looks okay. Medical ward, kitchen, showers are okay. All the cells are okay. Oh, nope, looks like we have some bugs here. A couple of the cells got designated as something else, so let's make sure we set those as cells again, and we should be good to go once we unpause. Awesome. Now, as I said, I'm going to add some fences to the side, just in case, because I don't want anybody escaping just yet. Or actually, ever. Not just yet, ever, duh. Now, I'm not going to add these, because I actually have other plans for this. I'm going to expand that, so I'm going to delete these fences here, and I figured that I could expand this row of cells here, and just have some extra cells. We might as well utilize all our space, right? Now, let's move on to our research quickly, because we have some time here, so let's research our maintenance guy for now. We have an office here, let's get that ready. It's still going to be a while until he's researched, but I want to have the office ready to go. So, let's not place 2 chairs, but a cabinet instead, and a office desk. Cool. Now let's see, how's our balance? 13,000, that's okay. Now remember, we're going to turn these into the isolation cells, so let's get finished with that. Now, you can make these as small as you want actually, because the solitary rooms don't really have a requirement. So even if there's just a 1 tile, as long as it's locked with a door, that's fine. It's more than fine, it'll count. But, you know, we're going a bit for aesthetics, so we're going to make it into a 2x2. And we can add 3 on each side, and we'll move the door to the side. That way, it'll look symmetrical. Right, so let's dismantle this door here. And we'll grab a double one, and we'll place it over here. Not a regular door. Come on. Here we go. And last but not least, we'll hook up our path. Where's our concrete tiles? Here they are. 2 here. Now we'll add some grass. And some grass down below. And then we want to put some concrete paths. And we're going to add some lights as well. And then this area is okay for now. Oh, picked the wrong one. We want the tiles. Here we go. And a couple of lights. Not too much. We don't want to go crazy on our money, because it's going to get tight pretty soon. And we're going to want to watch our spending. So that should be okay. Excellent. Now, I've thought about something else actually. As I was looking at it in the corner of my eye, I'm going to put a bench in the yard. Because I've noticed that just sitting on the bench satisfies their need for comfort, so who knows if they're chilling here. One of them might want to relax on the bench or something. Makes sense, right? Oh, just clicked on the wrong thing. Didn't mean to do that. Now, most of our prisoners are in the canteen, so let's move a couple of guards. And since that made me think about it, let's have another look at our regime, because I might want to change a couple of things around here. So, basically, they have the white slot here. That means they'll stay in their cells. Free time means they'll do whatever to satisfy their needs. Right, so when they get up, we want them to shower. Now, I've noticed they get up, and then they get hungry pretty fast. So let's move the mealtime an hour early. And then after mealtime, we want them in their cells. So we kind of know what they're doing, and we can control them in case there's problems during mealtime. Now I'm gonna go out of there for a second so that I can move my guards along with the horde. The horde of prisoners. Cool. Now, that's that done. Hopefully they'll keep that guy calm. If not, I'm just gonna do a search on him. Yeah, he needs to shower, but he'll get to that in the morning. So let's move back here. So, After they eat, like I said, I want them to be in their cells. That way I know where they are and I can kind of track their movements and in case of problems. So we still want to give them 2 hours of showering, so let's move that an hour earlier, and let's even move sleep an hour earlier. Now this dinner time is a bit late, so let's see, how are we going to arrange this? Because right before they sleep, I still want to give them a chance to do whatever the hell they want right before they eat. That way, there's a chance that they might satisfy any other remaining needs that they have. Let's move yard time an hour earlier, and let's turn that into free time, and this one as well. A little bit too much free time, right? Yeah, that's because I missed this one. Because remember, after dinner, I want to kind of have them at their cells, so I know where they are. Cool. Let's see how this works out for us. Now let's move on. Our guards are slowly inching out of the room again. They only seem to do that with the holding cells, so remember to keep an eye out on that. Our research is moving along. Now let's have a quick look at our finance screen. Here you can see everything you earn and everything you spend. Now down below is the valuation screen, and I can tell you safely that you can ignore this for now. Uh-oh, looks like we had an escapee. Oops. It's a good thing that this doesn't matter just yet, because as I was going to say, this system isn't really in place, so you don't have to worry about it. And since we're here anyways, you see this penalty thing, and how that prisoner escaped me cost 60,000? Well, let's go out of here for a second and go to the staff screen, or even here, that's fine. You see these guys, the lawyers? That's what you want your lawyers for. This research here, basically what it does is it makes this amount smaller, so whatever this is going to be for in the end, they're going to reduce this. But since this system isn't working just yet, you don't have to worry about lawyers. So just don't waste your money unless you really have too much money. I recommend not wasting your money on lawyers just yet. Now we don't want to have these trees indoors, so let's get that removed so we can get our cells set up pretty quickly. Now it's just been midnight, so what do we get today? Let's go back to the finance screen. We only got 600. Ooh, that's not a lot. Let's see why that is. 1,500 is our federal grant. As far as I've seen, that's always been that amount, so I'm not sure what increases or lowers that. Now, our prisoner grant goes up, obviously, the more prisoners we have. So, we want more prisoners, that's a good thing. Workman wages, that's obvious, all of that is obvious. So we're spending a little much. Now how are we going to fix this for now, so that we're not going to go broke, you know, the moment we try to expand? First of all, what it means, because I'm going to tell you right now, there's not really anything that's going to net you a lot of money early on. So you're kind of stuck with the whole idea of expand a little bit, wait for more prisoners, make them happy, keep them happy, then expand a little bit more. That for me seems kind of the best way to play for now. However though, don't get too discouraged by it, because there is another way of generating, even though it's only a small amount, or as much as you want, but you're limited for space, so I don't know. Who the hell is that? What the hell is going on here, guys? Burgess, why are you at the edge of the map, and why is no one escorting you? I don't know, I'm just gonna try and click on him, see what a guard does. I wonder if it's because these doors have been set to staff only. Let's set them to everyone for now and see what happens. Right, now let's get back to finances. So as I said, there's another way that you can generate yourself some income. And what you first of all have to do is get a building up. So let's put something up here, but not this way, because remember, we can't build over rooms. Let's say yay big, I don't know. It doesn't matter for now. We're just demonstrating, and let's add in a regular door. Because we're not going to have our prisoners in here, so don't worry about that. Now, our office here is done. It's very dark because there's no light in it. That happens sometimes when you manually edit the room. So let's add in a light. We don't want it to be dark. The maintenance guy is almost done. We're going to have to give that guy an office. What's going on here, guys? Looks like one of the cells got turned into a kitchen. Now let's move the unhappy guards back. And let's fix this so that we have another free cell space. So yeah, always keep an eye on your designation, guys. They can mess up now and then. So our isolation rooms are done. We didn't leave a space for the door, but but that's okay. Let's add more in now. Now, it doesn't matter which doors you have here. As long as it's designated as a solitary room, it'll count as one. But just because we want it to look good, we're going to use these doors. So let's put one here, and one here, and one over here. Now we're going to close this off, because remember, our entrance is over here. And we're going to place in a toilet. And that's all our guys in solitary are going to get. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm just doing this because I want it to look nice. Oh boy, but not that way. So, wait a minute. I don't want the toilet to be on the same side as the door. I could, but meh. Okay, so let's move our pipes over and go into the utilities. Let's do this a little bit closer. Now, I don't really have to do that, but I'm going anyways just in case I want to expand. But remember, you want to watch it. Even your pipes, even your electricity, you want to watch how much you're placing and where you're placing it, because it's expensive. Look at that. That little line just cost me $100. I'm not done yet, because I have to go here as well. Now, I just deleted too much, but I had to right-click it. I had to cancel that pipe. Here we are. Let's hook that up. Hopefully that's not too far. There's no route, but they'll find their route. Good, they have. So that actually cost us quite a bit just to set up these few rooms. So you really want to watch out with how much you spend on that kind of stuff. Now the lights are in here, so we still want to move out the power line. I think this should be enough. Again, we don't want to overspend. So let's get back to expanding. Now, as I said earlier on, you want to do this very, very carefully. Don't overexpand, because you run out of budget straight away, and that's it. You're stuck waiting for midnight forever, and it's just not fun. So let's just be careful with our budget and keep an eye on it. So for now, I'm just going to add one row, and possibly actually a second row. I'll undo that door in a bit, because I think we have enough for a second row. I'm not going to add more than a second row though, because I'm pretty sure we'll run out of budget then. Because remember, we're not done yet. We still have to add beds and TVs, toilets, utilities. All that is expensive. We're just trying to move these guys so that we're ready to receive the next guys and we have room. Now, there's a couple of jobs here that have utilities on them, which is very strange. I guess that's a little bug that you can see that underground. Interesting. Now this guy might be stuck, so we'll do a quick micro here and search him just in case. Holding cells are working. Now they haven't moved the power pipes over just yet. Well, strange, they have. I just believe it's not reaching. Ah, that's unfortunate. So I guess we'll have them move them up one or two more, so let's do that. Now these guys are building this, so I want to get this door dismantled. And I actually want to have it over here instead, because that's where our next corridor is going to be. We'll have 3 cells instead of 4 in between, because I find this 4 would be a bit too long, because they seem to hover around the main corridor. The guards seem to like a lot of space. So it's shower time. Let's move these guys up. Uh-oh, there we go. Trouble starting. And let's add some more utilities. Now be careful, not too much. We'll stop here for now. In fact, that is too much. We don't want to go over budget just yet, because we even want to, remember, we want to build our maintenance guy. And staff is very expensive, so keep that in mind as well. He costs 1,000, and he's going to cost us 200 a day as well. So our little room here is ready. Now let's hook it up to the power line, and we can get our money generating room ready. And I don't know if you know or are wondering which room that is, but I'm talking about the workshop. Now the workshop so far has no use yet. It just sits here. You have no objects that you have to build here. The only requirement is that it's a 5x5. But on the bright side, it's going to generate you money. Now it's not going to be a lot. I think it's about $2 per tile that you get, which is okay, but you know, they take up space and it's good over time, but it's not, you know, the next thing. Especially not, you know, since prisoners are going to come forever and ever and ever. And oh boy, I have an electrical cable in an odd position, so I'm going to find a little workaround for that. So I'll do it up here. That'll make it easier. And we're good to go. Now, I'm going to pause the recording for a bit, and I'll be back shortly. And we're back. So, as we said, let's get back to our cells. Now, we had those done. Let's see how our workshop is doing. Looks like it's done. I'm gonna unpause the game because I forgot that. Now I didn't load a save, my game was still running, so I don't have to do any checks to make sure everything's okay. We'll just continue. Now a couple of guys are moving back, so let's leave them there. Now he's still here. I wonder if I search him if that would do anything. So let's hope that gives him some success. Now he goes here, and you're gonna keep an eye on those guys, even though they seem bugged. We'll give them a search in a minute. Looks like we have a little bit of a pipe problem here. So let's go into the utilities. Now, I reduced the volume of my game because I noticed it was a bit loud in the last video, so I apologize for that, guys. And I hope it's better now, because especially this utility screen was extremely loud. So again, I'm sorry. Now, I just accidentally deleted the toilet, but that's fine. But see, these things aren't even getting water, but that's because this one isn't built yet. Ah, here they go. Nice. So this guy is going to get built. This was blocked because earlier on I didn't have a door here, so that's creating a few problems. So now let's get those pipes placed again, and let's put the toilet back, and it should be fixed. Cool. Luckily the toilet's not going to cost us money. We have a bed to spare, that's good as well. Power is still not reaching everywhere, so let's have another look at that. Now I quickly want to add, and I don't know if there's a workaround for this, but I've noticed that if you have something like this built, where you have a wall on each side, I can't put a power line in here because your workers aren't able to build diagonally. They have to be standing on the tile. So make sure you avoid that in your constructions, as I failed to do over here. So I'm actually going to dismantle this, so we'll be able to use that one later. Cool. Now, moving on, I believe our research guy is done, so we'll be able to hire him now and move on to do more research. Now, he's gonna cost 1,000. Ouch, that's gonna hurt, but we need him. Now, let's give him some power in his room. Hopefully that one should do. I think it will. Here we have that whole outdoor area. We remember that from last time, so let's demolish this. Unfortunately, I don't see I have another choice with this for now. I may have, but I'm not gonna fiddle with that here, so... Workshop is up. Now let's see if we can spot what this is doing for us. And we can. Now you see, this was not here earlier on. But now that we've built our workshop, we're gonna get some income from it. Awesome. So that's that. And it's gonna increase our net per day. Cool. So let's move on and let's get our guards. Let's get a couple here. Now I think we're gonna have to do a couple of searches because it looks like a couple of prisoners are a bit bugged or confused. Now they're having free time, so they're doing whatever they want. I think it's free time now. Right before yard time. Yep, so a couple of guys are catching up on showers. So it's really good to have some free times there. You want that. That way they'll get all their needs satisfied. Now, a few of them are in the yard. Let's give these guys a search, because I think... Oh boy, I didn't mean to do that. Let's switch that to... No, let's keep that on dismantle. Oh, unfortunately, yeah, that's okay though. Now, let's do what we wanted to do, and that was search this guy, because he hasn't been moving for a long time. Let's move you to the showers. Let's get him in here, and you can watch these guys, because it looks like it's about dinner time. Now, are our chefs still keeping up? Oh no, it's not dinner time, so they're just hanging out. Now let's give them a search anyways. Let's see that. Obviously they had free time and they came in here for their need for comfort. It happens. I think they're supposed to be using these benches, but they just don't. But it's okay. We don't mind. Now, let's do the next research. Let's get our cleaning guy. You'll love this guy. Hope I still have time to show you what he can do, but he's great. Excellent. Our rooms here are done, so let's designate the solitaries. So anybody with that kind of punishment pending can now be moved. Not sure if we have anybody. We have someone in lockdown, but I think that's our guy in the top right who is a bit bugged here, because he's the only guy that I can see in handcuffs. Now that's a shame, actually. But oh well, at least he's not causing trouble and he's not escaping. Looks like this guy is being queued as well, so let's see if they'll move him. Yep, he's moving on his own, that's fine as well. Oh boy, everybody's in the yard, so let's get that shut down as well by sending some guards over. Now, since our rooms are done, let's see if everything's still in order. Everything's still a cell. We'll have these guys searched as well. Let's move these two over since nobody's at the showers. let's send someone over to search these guys, and hopefully they'll get debugged. I doubt it though. Now, time to add some jail doors. Let's see our budget. Uh-oh. We're quite low, guys. We've been spending a lot. Now let's see, what are we going to gain at midnight? Is it going to be nice? 1,200? It's not too bad. It could be better, but we can still spend a lot on 1,200. So, looks like we're going to have to wait. And we're going to have to wait and wait and wait for more prisoners, too. Now, we have a guy waiting solitary, so he's going to get in here, and you can see his timer is now ticking down. And I think it's this guy. We found some contraband on him. No, he's just being searched. That guy's just being searched. Unfortunately, they're just bugged, so there's nothing we can do about them. Now, he's going to be moved to a cell. And I'm going to set... No, actually I'm not. This is a fence. I'm going to close this off here, because it looks like we have some access to the outside world, and we don't want that, remember. And here is a route. That is that guy that's being escorted. That's not a problem. We don't have to worry about that. Now we've got our foreman, our research is going. Now, since we're low on balance, we're a bit limited here on what we can do, guys, which is very unfortunate. Now, all these boys are just waiting for comfort. Now, this guy is not supposed to be here, so let's check him. Uh-oh. I think you just witnessed what happens when someone else opens the non-staff doors. Now, luckily, this guy doesn't want to escape, but we don't want this to happen again. Because now we're gonna have an act of misconduct, because he just realized he's in a good spot to escape. Now, luckily, I thought ahead of him, and I got this fence finished right on time, or he would have run off, and we would have had another escapee. Oh boy, well timed. Now, I think because he was trying to destroy shit, he's gonna have to go in lockdown. Yep. Not in solitary, though, that's the difference. Lockdown can be done in a cell or in a holding cell, it doesn't matter. Now, we don't need that 3-guard platoon here. Let's move them over. And since everybody's moving from the yard, why are you still there? Let's search him. Let's move them over. Now, remember when we went back to our wages? I just realized, why don't we just fire some more workmen? Because look at this. We've got that much workmen. We don't do a lot of work anymore because we're broke anyways. So let's just sack a couple of guys. Because remember, they cost 100 a day. And since we're not expanding at rapid rates anymore, it's okay if we only have a couple of workers. We'll be saving eventually, and that's the most important part. Now, I'm not sure if my cooks can keep up. So I'd like to keep an eye on that and see if there's a problem here. And then perhaps we could even fire some cooks. That would save us even more money. We can only hope, right? Now, looks like we have to move our guards up since there's nobody in the holding cells. Let's get that done. Now, unfortunately, I'm a bit stuck, guys. I can't spend much because we're a bit negative in our balance here. And we're gonna need more prisoners to generate our income, because that's actually our main income. It's going to be our biggest income, prisoners. Now, I saw that I'm spending about 1,000 a turn on just guards, so I'm going to sack a few guards and see if we can manage with a couple of less guys. So, a minute ago we were spending 1,000, now we're down to 800. That's a lot better. 200 is in the whole bed, and let's see, I think this guy's redundant as well. Let's sack him. I believe, how much are guards? 100 a day? Yep, I thought so. Not good. Not good. Now, this guy here, we need to keep him around to be able to do this research. To be able to get our cleaning guy and our groundskeeping guy. Now, the groundskeeping guy, we're going to ignore for now, because I haven't found any use for him yet. It says that he cleans up tiles, but I've had a couple around for a while, and they've not been doing anything. Now, the cleaning guy, on the other hand, he is very useful. And we'll get into that in the next episode. So for now, let's see if we can waste some money. Unfortunately, we can't. Sometimes it allows you to play some more stuff, even though you're out of budget, but in this case, I guess not. Hey, it looks like we're functioning fine with less guards. Now remember, after mealtime, everybody's going to go back to their cells, because we set it that way. So we're going to have a few guards ready, so everything's going to go smoothly. Now, since we have a fence up here, and this place is secure, these doors can be safely dismantled. We don't need those anymore. And this door has a repair slot, and of course that's because that one prisoner was wailing on it for a while. But that's not a problem. We're just gonna dismantle that. Unfortunately, that guy is still bugged, but he wasn't the guy I needed for this little to-do list, so that's a good thing. We got lucky. Now, one guard is not enough, so let's get another one up here. Well, let's say 3 guards. I think these guys can hold their own in the cells. No. Every cell is still designated? I thought there was a problem here. Nope, there's not. Good, good, good. It's almost midnight, so let's speed up time. Let's get time going a bit faster. Could have done this a bit earlier, actually. I apologize for that. It's a shame that I'm running out of balance, because it makes me stop a bit. We're kind of reducing progress, but I'll definitely make sure that before I do part 5 that I'll have a lot more money, guys, because we want to avoid this. But actually, this is a good example that you can see how stuck you can get if you're not careful with what you spend. Oh, my game crashed. How unfortunate, guys. But hey, it looks like it's about time to quit anyways. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next episode.